Wolfpaw, and this is a brand new series for me. I'm going to be playing with the RaxPack, which is a mod pack that was developed by the modder and model builder Rorax. She also does videos on YouTube, which I will put her channel in the description, as I did for one of my other episodes. When I was wondering if I was going to be able to do this at all. But I should be able to find time, and I also got permissions, even though I technically didn't need them. I just wanted to be formal like that. So yeah, let's get started. We'll go through the mods here in a bit. This is a not closed. It's an unofficial mod pack, so you can't go onto like the ATG or FTB launchers or Tekkit launcher or anything and find this. You'd have to put everything together on your own accord, and Rorax just set up some configs for you to go through. I'll also put the Minecraft forums page in here so that you can check it out and play along if you'd like. I highly recommend it. It's very, very fun. I fiddled with it just a little bit, and I know most of the mods. A couple of them I'm not quite familiar with, but we'll be playing with them right off, I think. So we'll get to know them very intimately, very quickly. So, I guess we'll just get started here. We'll call the world Wolfpaw Let's Play. Without a capital L. I always do that. Alright, we're going to leave it on survival. I know Rorax has hers set to creative. I don't need to be in creative to get stuff. I'll explain why. I know there's an NEI bug where if you don't get into creative, you don't get creative usage out of NEI, but I don't need NEI's creative usage. I don't plan to use it anyway. Besides, when you have that on, when you click on a thing to look at the recipe, it just gives you a stack of stuff, and I don't want to deal with that. So we'll just call this Wolfpaw, Wolfpaws Let's Play for the seed, and again I capitalized everything like a dumb. And now we are going to turn cheats on. So this is an untested mod pack. Things can happen. My items might get eaten by something. Put them into a machine. Game will crash. Lose my stuff. Happens. That's why we're going to have a game mode option. So I can go into creative mode. I can get stuff. It's just not going to be from NEI. World type is going to be ATG alternate because that's what she recommends. And I'm going to go with that. So without any further ado, I think we're good to go. Let's do it. Create new world. Now I will be right back when we are completely loaded in. Peace. Okay, we just made it in the game, and oh my gosh, that was crazy what just happened there. Alright, looks like we spawned on the side of a hill, and there's a volcano right next to me. That's pretty cool. Let's see what biome we're in. Currently, shrubland. And there's looks like an ocean probably right there. I don't mind. This is like a pretty decent spot, I would say. We might use that volcano there. It looks like there's lava flowing. I should probably stop that somehow. Oh my god, the sounds are so loud. Let's turn those down. Same with the music. Probably down to like 6 or 8. I generally leave it. Turn this up to hard. We want it on hard. Render distance far. Graphics fancy. Bright. Particles. All. Alright. Is everything okay? Everything's okay. I can move around all nice. Alright, let's do this. We'll start just like any other Minecraft where you punch some wood. It doesn't matter what kind of Minecraft you're playing, the first thing you do is punch up some trees. And you'll notice in my hotbar, I do have a few books. A couple of them are from RotaryCraft, and one of them's from Tinker's Construct. Well, one's from RotaryCraft, one is from reactorcraft, which is a benefiting mod to RotaryCraft. You need RotaryCraft in order to play reactorcraft, which is one of the mods I don't really know. I don't know reactorcraft very well. I know a bit about RotaryCraft. I do like it. It's a very useful and powerful mod. It's just sometimes I get lazy. I get frustrated with it because you have to work with torque and all that. It's not such a big deal, but it's I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you just like the easy electronic route, and honestly, that's how I like to go sometimes. It's not that I'm not going to use RotaryCraft. Trust me, it's extremely useful, and I do like it. It's just, as my first power source, probably not. And speaking of which, I think in this, there's thermal expansion. Yeah, I played with that quite a bit. I'm very, very familiar with thermal expansions, as you guys have seen if you've watched some of my other Let's Plays on the CGC server. However, this time, I don't think I want to get into thermal expansion right off the bat. I kind of want to do another electronics machines mod in this pack called Mechanism. Mechanism. And it's extremely fun. I played with it for a little bit. It's kind of iron expensive. Like, you need a lot of iron, a lot like industrial craft, but there eventually, once you get through most of the tiers and stuff, you can get like pentuple ore doubling, or not doubling, it's pentupling. Like, you get 5 times as much ore from an ore block as you normally do. Of course, that takes a whole lot of infrastructure, but just that idea, it kind of, ooh, sends a shiver down my spine. I kind of like that. It's so little mining just for massive ore output, and I'm okay with that. I love massive ore outputs. But the mod is expensive, so we're probably going to have to mine or find a way to mine a little better. We might use some RF power in a quarry, or even from, I think it's Extra Utilities has an ender quarry that we could try to use. I haven't used one of those before, so that'll be pretty fun. Let's see, I want to get up to about a half a stack of wood here before we go find a spot. And that lava just traveled a really long way. I can see on the minimap, which, by the way, I know the minimap is it's a little bugged right now. That's due to Dragon API, I believe, and a conflict somewhere with MapWriter. It happens. It's not a big deal. I'm sure it'll get fixed soonish, and this is bad news. Oh, those poor trees. Oh god, what? Whoa. Whoa. Less than, what, 5 minutes in, and I got killed by some guy thing. I believe that's from Guy Online. Yeah. Let's see if I can be sneaky and get my stuff back, yeah? I would like those manuals, thank you. Alright, we got our stuff back. That little gravestone you saw is part of the Gravestones mod. Yeah. Ah, god, no, not again. Get out of my life. Oh my gosh. Alright, this time... it's right there. See, maybe we shouldn't have it on hard. Ooh, a tinker slime. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Get away! Oh god. All these Gaia Online creatures. Or not online. I don't know. I forget what the mod's called, but let's run away because do not want any bit of that anymore. Thank you. Yeesh. All right, so now that we've got, you know, a decent amount of logs, let's go find a spot to set up, and that is a slime ball. I'll take that. Thank you. Whoa, hello. Well, you know, this is as good a place as any, I think. For an initial cave. We're just gonna need some stairs or a ladder or something. That's not a big deal. We can deal. Alright, so what I'm gonna do real quick here, I think, is set up the standard crafting table. Actually, we're gonna make it a tinker's crafting table because you can do some easier crafting with it. Now, I'm gonna get a few of these, so just temporary sissy bar I think I'm gonna throw up here. Like so. Because I'm a sissy. Don't want any mobs coming in on me. And what I'm gonna do right away is get a few sticks so I can get a pickaxe. And we'll get a few pieces of stone. I believe 17 to be exact will be the right amount to get a furnace and every tool. Because I hate these wooden picks, they suck. I always burn it in my furnace for my first piece of charcoal. Yeah, don't like them. They're worthless. They're so slow and just do not want. It's for the first 17 and that's it. You don't need it for anything else other than, you know, fuel for that first piece of coal. All right, and there's going to be a bunch of ores in here that I don't know. I think this is fluorite, yeah. The little bar up at the top that's telling you, like right now it says stone, is Wayla, What Am I Looking At mod. It's really useful, developed by Professor Mobius. Prof Mobius, I guess is his username, but yeah, super, super nice. How many do I have? More than enough. Super nice letting you know what mod you're looking at. It's basically the gist of it right there. All right, now let's get an actual pick. I will take a pick, thank you, not a furnace. And we'll do an axe, a shovel. So axe, shovel. And let's see, I don't really need a hoe right now. I think I'll just take the sword and be done with it. I think that's good enough. And now I'll take my furnace, place it right there. We'll do a little pick burning and get ourselves a piece of coal. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to come in here and make a few ladders out of this birch wood because I don't really like using birch wood for much else other than sticks and all that jazz. I hope that was enough for one. Nice, it was. We'll make some more. So I got some ladders. We just need a few blocks. We'll do cobble for now. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Let's get rid of that water. That'll just be annoying. And we can do a little bit of this, which will bring us right to the top. And that just placed another ladder over there. You can go away. Thank you. Okay, so we're right near the ocean. I believe it's an ocean anyway. It looks pretty big. So that's kind of nice. I like being near a source of water. That way we can get some early crops going. Oh, hey, I like the footsteps in the sand. I didn't notice that was a thing. Do I put footsteps? I do. I think I do. Yes, I do foot. That's awesome. That is awesome. I like that. Something else we need to do right away is kill some cows. Oh, hello, Enderman. Jeez. And I guess you guys have probably noticed the leaves and stuff and all the blood coming out of the animals. That is all from better trees and grass, I think it's called. It obviously does a little more than create trees and grass. It does all sorts of things. And these guys are good, right? These are dryads. What are these guys called? Grimoire of Gaia. Okay, that's what it is. Not Gaia Online. I've never played Gaia Online, so if I'm being a dumb and it's like a completely different thing, I'm sorry. I'm just ignorant. And I do feel bliss. So, now where's that Naga? That guy kind of want some revenge, but he's pretty strong, so I don't think we can handle that quite yet. Sun is getting low. We do have a little bit of meat, which is good. I think we do get mutton as well from sheep, which is great. Did get some wool, enough to start our first little... Oh, there's some mutton right there. Our first little bed, so we can sleep through this first night, really get rolling here instead of, you know, derping around. We do have a red dye tree right there, too. That's pretty useful. We can go through some of the mods while I'm at it here. Let's get some torches going. That was part of the reason I cooked up some of this charcoal, is so we could get a little bit of lighting in here. I'm lucky to have found this cave right off. It's pretty decent. This is what I always do. I always find a natural cave, block it off, and call it my home. It's a lot easier than digging yourself one, in my opinion. Alright, so let's first make a bed, because that's pretty standard. Where's my wool? I'm dumb. There we are. Wool. Do I have just enough oak planks. Perfect. I thought I had more wood. Guess not. I guess I'll have to chop more later. That's okay. Let's eat a couple apples and get some of our meat cooking. Why did I just place a bed? That's crazy. Whoa. Oh yeah, the wood's in here, derp. So we need one of those. I guess we're going to need another one too, but I don't want it to cook right off the bat. Let's see, what can I do right now? I can mine these couple things. Fluorite right here. This is part of reactorcraft, as you can see right at the top. I believe you use it in uranium processing to make uranium more pure, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's one of the mods I'm not entirely familiar with. What other mods do we got on here? I know I've told you Wayla, I've told you Gaia of Grimoire of Gaia? Yeah, I think that's it. It adds a lot more monsters and things, makes the game a little harder. Because, you know, once you get like really strong and all that jazz, the game kind of goes downhill a little. Whereas if you have these guys up here, I'm just going to place this dirt so I don't have baddies coming into my house. Falling in anyway. Let's sleep. Come on, get in bed. But it adds stronger monsters and rewards from those monsters, so you can advance a little more in different ways as well. This is wild caves. The stalactites is what they originate from. Is wild caves. They just make caves prettier. It's a lot like the better trees and grass. Let's go through some of the mods. I believe we have, yeah, Applied Energistics, Ars Magica, Bibliocraft, Big Reactors, Blood Magic, Carpenters blocks. This is kind of interesting. I've seen this before. I've never used it, but it's like a bunch of blocks that you can modify. It's really, really cool. Chisel, which is again another modifying blocks mod. You take some blocks and then you can chisel them into different shapes and textures and stuff. It's really cool. Makes building really nice. Dimensional doors. I've played with this before in a Hexic playthrough that I've done. I didn't actually film that, but I played it. This is really fun. It kind of is like, the more you use it and the farther you get deeper into dimensions, the more dangerous it gets, and it gets kind of creepy and hard to get out sometimes, but definitely fun. Dye trees, which dye trees. I mean, that's basically what it is. It drops dyes from trees. RaxPack is a add-on to reactorcraft, as I was talking about before. It adds an electric component to the mod where you don't have to do as much. You don't have to rely as much on torque, and I believe, shoot, I don't remember what the other portion of the mod energy was called. It's a two-dimensional energy system, so it's not just like MJ's. You have to have a combination of torque, and I forget what the other one was. I haven't played it in a while, but we'll get back into it, or I'll get back into it. E-mashers is really cool. You can take modular blocks where you can make your own machines, like a pulverizer and a furnace in one thing, one block. So that's kind of cool. And it also accepts energy from thermal expansion. Enchiridion. Not entirely sure. I think this adds the bookbinder and maybe a couple other features, but this bookbinder is pretty cool. You can store books in it. It's really awesome. Ender storage is a staple. We've done that before. Engineer's Toolbox is an add-on to E-mashers. It's all about, I believe, has the ore generation as well as, well, actually, E-mashers resource is like the ore generation, and Engineer's Toolbox is the modular block bit. Then Enhanced Portals is like, how can I explain this? It's a lot like making another portal that's super customized and can bring you anywhere and not just another. Kind of cool. And it also requires a bit of power. Let me just take a drink here. Ah, delicious. All right. Extra utilities is another one that if anybody's played with mods should recognize. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. It's just all of it's really useful, but it's like it doesn't know what it wants to do. It's like a jack of all trades sort of thing. It just does all sorts of junk, and it's really useful, all of it. Even that's another dimension, which we'll be going to. Flat signs, pretty simple. They're flat signs that you can place on anything. Yay. Microblocks makes covering up wires a lot better or easier, and building in general can be a lot more fine-tuned. I don't know if we'll ever really get into super defined building with this, but we'll see. Gascraft is another add-on to eMashers. It has a bunch of gases and resources that you can mine in the form of gases, I believe from shale and stuff like that, and it really helps. It doesn't add a whole lot to the game. It would be better if there was like a more PvP sort of scenario going on, but until later on when the mod pack is not unofficial, and it does become official, which I hope it would, that would be great. We won't be seeing any PvP because we can't have it on a server yet. Gravestone, I've shown you before. It has a gravestone where you pick up your stuff, and also has gravestones around the world where you can dig it up and you get all the fatty loots. Java, just another better barrel upgrade, or another better barrel attempt, I think, is that the actual thing. It's great barrels. If you ever played Factorization barrels, they're pretty similar, but they have a lot of extra features that make them awesome. Magical crops, you can grow things like coal, diamonds, souls, all sorts of stuff. We'll be getting into that. It also adds a bunch of food too, like it actually adds regular crops. Mechanism is one of the mods that I'm going to be using right off the bat, or at least want to try to use, where you can end up pentupling your ore. We will be doing that. Mechanism generators for mechanism, generates electricity. Minecraft, great mod, love it, fantastic. Basically what we're playing right now. Let's move down the list. Player beacons is actually a really fun mod I played before. It was a little bugged when I played with it, just because I think it was something like getting, oops, where were we? Player beacons. Getting one of those light crystals mod. Getting one of those light crystals that you see there was like, you had to have something to make that something, or to make that light crystal, but you needed a light crystal to make that thing that you needed. Yeah, it was like a loop, and it was a mistake, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's fixed. It's been fixed for a long time, and I just played with a really early version. It's no big deal. projektred has a lot of really tight redstone. You can put logic gates in one little block, and it's really useful, and it also has some great lighting. And then all of its other mods, it even has like a transportation system, which is cool. And then here's the redstone, logic gates, the lights, exploration adds bags, and some tools. Is really nice. We'll be using it. Reactorcraft, like I told you, a beneficiary mod to rotary craft, where you get to make a nuclear reactor, and they're really, really powerful, but they are really, really expensive. So if we get into this, it'll be late game. Redstone Arsenal is an add-on to thermal expansion, where you get to use uber power tools, but they cost a lot in terms of power, but they can do all sorts of crazy stuff, and we'll probably use them right away, or, soonish. Remote IO, I have no idea what this does. I've never played with this mod. I imagine we're gonna figure out what it all has to do. I don't know. Rotary craft, like I've been talking about it, adds a whole bunch of machines as well as tools, way to break bedrock and use that as a type of shaft inside gears and all that stuff. It's so in depth and so huge. We will get into it. It'll be fun. Okay. Steve's Factory Manager. I believe I've not played with this one. I'm gonna have to look into it. But I think I remember seeing it and being like, wow, this will be incredibly useful in the future. But I'll have to refresh my memory on what exactly that is. Sync allows you to create a clone of yourself somewhere in the world and then set up a chamber for it to stay in, and then you can move your mind from one sync portal, I guess, to another clone of yours. You don't get to keep your inventory, but your avatar is there. So it's only to travel maybe away from one base to another base that you kind of want to play like you've just started or something. I don't know. It's pretty fun. We'll use it. Thaumcraft is a great magic mod, probably the premier magic mod of Minecraft. It's been around for a really long time, and I love it. Love it to death. We're going to be using it a lot. The Farlanders are a bunch of Endermen that are like, there's a whole story behind them. They're like rebels, and they've got all sorts of, they've been booted from their previous dimension. They have to live on the overworld. Is all kinds of crazy stuff. They have merchants, friendly endermen, and all that jazz. But we'll get into it. It's pretty fun. It's not a huge mod, but it's got enough to keep you occupied. Let's go back here. Now we have the Twilight Forest. Pretty explainable. It's another dimension. If you don't know what Twilight Forest is, I don't know where you've been. Thermal expansion. Again, I don't know where you've been if you haven't played with thermal expansion. It's like basically replacing buildcraft. Well, I wouldn't say replacing. It's definitely, it works very well alongside buildcraft. We'll say that. Tinker's Construct is great along with Tinker's Mechworks, and I think we have Thalmic Tinker on here. Maybe not. We should. I hope we do. I think it should be in here. Maybe I missed it. If it's supposed to be in here and I missed it, I'll definitely add it in. But Tinker's Construct, Tinker's Mechworks, they're all aligned around making tools and then modifying them in all sorts of different ways to be really powerful. It's super fun. We'll be doing it like almost right away. Translocator mod. I believe it's just translocators, like wireless translocators is pretty useful. And then we got wireless redstone, pretty common, and we've already talked about that. Wild caves. Witchery is just that. It's a bunch of witchery stuff that you do, witches would do. It's like magic from the environment, making brews and potions, and then doing circle magic. It's really fun. I've done it in the past, and I love it. It's super fun. Kind of expensive, but really fun. Exact is, I believe, I know it makes different types of like crafting tables and stuff, and I think the Exact crafter is almost like a Forge Lexicon, if you remember from the past, where it would change stuff like one type of copper bar into another type of copper bar from a different mod. I think that's what that is, but I can't be certain. I might be a complete liar there. Don't listen to me. And then Grimoire of Gaia, which we've already run into, and I got my ass kicked by a Hydra or something like that, a Naga, something. I don't remember, but it adds strong mobs. So I'm gonna cut here. And if the episode isn't incredibly long, we can continue. But from here, I think it's just going to be doing more noob stuff, just mining and, getting set up. So let me cut. I will be right back, and I will tell you what's going on. Peace. All right, guys, welcome back. We do have just a tad bit of time. It's nighttime, so we're going to sleep. It's like 3 minutes short of 30 minutes, so I can go for like another 5 or something like that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do just a little bit more exploring outside in the world, possibly cutting down trees, ruining the environment as all Minecrafters do. For this series, Rorax definitely created this mod pack with building in mind. She's a very good builder. I've seen her ForgeCraft series. It's very, very nice when she builds. She likes to make functional spaces that also look good. And hopefully we can do something similar to that. Although when I'm playing modded Minecraft, sometimes I kind of put the building on the back burner a little bit. It's not like really bad or anything. I do a lot of building. It's just like I like to get into the mods. It's just my favorite part of modded Minecraft is doing the mods. And I know there are building mods. I really like the tech stuff and others, and I hear like a zombie dog or something, and it's bad news. Hello? 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 Oh, these things. I've encountered these before. You see that? How it has like a heart and stuff on the top, and it says it's from Grimoire, and it also has a shadow. That means there's like a bad monster in there, and you don't want to mess with it because it'll mess you up like really bad. So don't break those little cute blue flowers, because it'll be the end of you. It will be the end. Don't even think about it. It's bad news. I've done it once. I think we might do something with this volcano. I know that's like what everybody does. What kind of basalt is this? Projektred. So this is a projektred volcano. I know everybody makes their stuff inside a volcano. I know. I've seen other people's stuff. Like on any server you will see this. But I've never done it before, and it kind of intrigues me a little. It's pretty cool, and I think I'm gonna just plug it up because it's kind of bothering me. So we'll do a little bit of this right here. Just get out of here. Just like that. That way I don't have a bunch of lava around me down in the, down there. Because that's annoying. But now I'm at the top of the world, and there's another one right there. That's like 2 volcanoes. And also a Farlanders thing. That guy right there, he's bad news. He's really strong. We don't want to mess with him. Not yet, anyway. Later. He does have a pretty strong sword. Or can have a strong sword if we kill him. But I think this spot wouldn't be too bad. What do you guys think? Like a volcano thing that's pretty close to spawn, so things will be chunk loaded and all that jazz. Yeah, it might be a good spot to live. I think our meat is probably well cooked by now. Oh man, wouldn't it suck if there was actually like some mod in here that maybe I didn't know and it like burnt all the meat? That would be terrible. I'd feel bad. Alright, let's look. I don't want to sleep. Okay, meat. Alright, now we'll throw in another piece of coal. We'll let that 1 bit cook up, and then we'll throw in the mutton. I know you guys are going to be like, no, don't do that. You're wasting coal. Coal's fine. Coal's easy to find. Don't worry your little head. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. Don't worry. It's fine. We will have coal out the ears, especially with magical crops, which we'll be doing probably pretty quick, because the sooner you start with that, the better off you are. Honestly, it takes a really long time sometimes to get the stuff that you need to progress. So the sooner you start, the better off you are. Now I think we've chopped a few more trees, kind of walked around a little bit, found that volcano that we might live in. Now we've cooked all this meat. I think that'll be the end of episode 1. Generally introductory stuff on this at this point. What I'm gonna do off camera between now and episode 2 is go mining, get some stuff ready, and then I think we're gonna dive right into mechanism on our first episode of actually doing something other than just surviving the first night. So I think that's priority for next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. It brings my my search to the, well, when you search for me, it brings me to the top of your search list. There we go. If you like and subscribe, and it just helps me out. It helps me out a ton, and I really appreciate it. And I love you guys. I love you guys deep inside. So you guys have a great day, and stay classy, YouTube.